all our viewers as well. Quickly taking a look at what the global market handover is looking like. Surprisingly optimistic and cheerful coming in from the US markets. Of course, you've had favorable macros that were at play. A softer than expected PPI data, that's Producers Price Index data from the US, have kept inflation concerns at bay for now. We've got some positive commentary coming in from Kevin Walsh as well. The Fed chair will be listening to that. And on the back of that, you've seen some good moves coming in when it comes to the US market. And I call them good because if I put them into perspective with how Asia has opened this morning, parts of Asia rather, and what a mixed close Europe has seen last evening, you're seeing some optimism at least coming in on Wall Street. Let's take a look at first how the European markets have closed last evening. It's been more or less a mixed close coming in because the stock 600 was absolutely flat. CAC was up 2/10, but then you've seen a shave off of 0.6% on the DAX. The FTSE is also lower by about 0.1%. Flattish moves coming in across the European market. Nothing to exaggerate, too exaggerated in terms of moves. Where we're seeing a very exaggerated moves this morning is KOSPI in Asia. South Korea's market is lower by 7% yet again, and there's concerns about the AI bubble blasting. There's some chip stocks that have been under pressure once again, and that is leading to the entire index tanking this morning. Coming after that is Nikkei, almost a 3% cut coming in on Nikkei this morning. Remember, this was an index that 2 weeks ago was around 72,000 and has sharply come below 67,000 now as well. So that is something that we are going to be watching out for. And of course, the comments that we've seen from Trump overnight and Iran's response to them have also led to Asia opening under lots of pressure. Shanghai is also lower by 0.6. Hang Seng continues to do very well for itself, a 1.5% uptick on that index once again. Shifting focus, just want to quickly take a look at what the pre-market futures are doing in the US right now. Given all the action that we've seen geopolitically overnight, flattish moves coming in, nothing too concerning when it comes to the pre-market futures too. Let's talk about commodities because we've seen very flattish moves over there, but Donald Trump has made a comment that when they're done with Iran, he expects oil prices to come to 55. Now, to put that into context, the WTI right now is at $80 a barrel. Brent is at 85, so this $55 a barrel mark seems like it's some time away. But nonetheless, there's been an uptick of about 0.4% on about 0.5% rather on both your Brent and WTI. So we'll be watching out for that as well. In terms of precious metals, absolutely flattish moves, and gold is actually holding on to that $4,000 per ounce mark by the skin of its teeth. Absolutely flat over there. Silver also continues to be between $57 and $58. Taking a look at the US 10-year, little bit of a spike up. 4.56 is where we're at when it comes to the US 10-year yield. Now let's quickly take a look at what the global comments are looking like. We've of course got comments from Trump. You've heard a fair chunk of what he had to say. He's also said that oil went up because he had to take tough action, but right now they're doing really well with Iran. Iran has called him and they want to meet. So, and while they don't like giving out deadlines, at least that's what he has claimed. He's saying that they will see what happens on the Iran front, but confident of oil coming back to that $55 a barrel mark. At least that's the projection coming in from Donald Trump. We also have words coming in from the US Fed chairman. In near term, he thinks the AI investment is good for jobs. View on this inflation data are imperfect measures, and any central bank is going to be happy when data goes in the right direction. In fact, we'll also be listening to him in a bit. And we've also got Iran's response to everything that's happened overnight. Iran's top negotiator, remember, Mohammad Ghalibaf, says the negotiation at this stage is not equivalent to compromise, but along with war is part of the strategy of resistance and protection of national interests. He claims that Iran has never welcomed war and they do not welcome war, but they must always be ready to fight and stand to the end to safeguard their national interests and security. He's saying that now Iran has no choice but to rely on their own strength and become strong. That's the word coming in from all the stakeholders when it comes to the US-Iran escalation that's at play right now. We're also listen in to some more detailed comments coming in from Fed Chair Kevin Walsh.